Hello everyone and welcome to English 358 online in the Summer 2 session. I am Sensei Albright. I say to call me Sensei Albright because I don't have my doctorate degree and professor is a rank that I don't hold. So I'm not Professor Albright or Dr. Albright, I'm just Sensei Albright. Sensei just means somebody older than me. So there you go. So I wanted to talk to you today in our first lecture about the first assignment for this week and then the syllabus. So I'm going to bring those documents up and hopefully we can work on them. So this is the syllabus. You see here Writing in the Humanities and Social Sciences, Spring 2018 online, June 12th to August 3rd are the dates that we were sticking to. You see I've got the course text listed here along with the ISBN number. Please do get a hold of that. It's got very useful information. It's not directly relevant to all of our assignments in that you will need it for completion of those assignments, but you will need it in order to grasp the sorts of concepts that we'll be talking about in the lectures. So I hope that you will do that. I've also listed the outcomes and objectives for the course. Please do follow a Grade Agent channel on YouTube for your lectures. This lecture is there and all of the other ones will be as well. The course is graded on a 100-point scale. So this means that each of your assignments counts for a significant portion of your grade. So please do turn in all those assignments. Those of you who may have heard things about me may know that as long as you are making some sort of effort to turn in your work, you will generally like the grade that comes out of that. It's the people who stop submitting work are the ones who end up with the lower grades. So as we continue on, I've got our accessibility statement. Please do tell me if there's some way that I can accommodate you for these lectures. Course attendance policies. Again, this has to do with your performance in the class. If you follow these policies, chances are you will do well. Email etiquette. This is an interesting thing that we'll be talking about in a few moments. Explanation of assignments. So we will have 5 major assignments for this class. We have the professional email, the resume and cover letter, the research report, which we will be doing in an MRAD genre, and the digital portfolio, which will be sort of a summation of all of this work along with a letter to me that talks about what you learned along the way. You'll also add to that the daily work that is due at the end of each week. Each week's lecture video will have that daily work listed in it. All right. So the tentative schedule, I say tentative because it may change, although I do not foresee any significant changes at this point, is here at the bottom of the syllabus. So you see our first week. We're dealing with this topic, developing professional emailing habits. We're going to be reading the Blackboard website and the article that is there, and you'll be viewing Lecture 1, which you are doing right now. And what's due at the end of this week by 11:59 p.m. on the 15th is your professional email that we'll talk about in just a moment. So each assignment that's due is due at the end of that week at 11:59 p.m. on that last day of the week. All right. If it turns out that you've had some difficulty and need to turn in something late, please do turn it in. As I've said, each assignment is a significant portion of your grade, so it will make a difference if you do not turn something in and completely miss out on those points. So, I did want to go ahead and show you the first assignment, but before I do, I want to talk about the daily work. So for this week, we only have 2 days in the week because I try to run this on a 3 day a week, 1 hour a day schedule for your for your sanity, really, over the summer. I understand that it's summer. So I try to only give you 3 hours of work 3 times a week. So with that in mind, the things that I would like you to do for this week is I would like you to start writing a composition book. Now this can be, and in fact it should probably be some sort of digital repository for your work that you're doing on a daily basis. Some sort of blog would be fine if you link that to me. Otherwise, you can email me what you write. But I want you to keep track of your reading, and that will be what we're doing. So as you read the assignment to this week, the article that accompanies that's on Blackboard, I want you to react to any reading that we read for that week. And I also want you to react to anything going on in the class in this writing. So I'd like to see 3 entries on 3 separate days each week. And you'll just email those to me along with everything else that we do in the class. Email is the only way to turn in assignments. You won't be turning them into Blackboard. You'll just be emailing them to me as attachments. Do not send me links. Links to documents often don't work, so it's not a reliable way to turn in your assignment. Please email it to me, and I will email you back a confirmation that I have received your email. If you do not receive the confirmation from me, I have not received your email. All right. Moving on to the first assignment. This is the article that I spoke about. It is entitled How to Email Your Professor Without Being Annoying AF. Every semester I see the tweets and Facebook posts. My professor friends are annoyed. So this eventually gets to the point, and it says, here's a template you can follow in constructing your email to your professor. Now I would go a little further and say that this email template is good for emailing just about anybody. Right? So as you're going through this paper, I encourage you to think about the ways that you can adapt this template to all other emails that you send. Essentially, right, you want to make sure that you're communicating the right tone in your emails. So your emails to me are emails in a professional relationship. After class, we may become friends, but as of right now, you are my student and I am your teacher, and you want to send me emails that portray that formal relationship. So please follow the template as closely as possible, and when you finish, I want you to send me an email in that vein. Attach your your daily work, right? So the 2, because this week we start a little late. Your 2 writing assignments. 1 should be a reaction to this article. The other should be a reaction to something else in class. And in your email, I would like you to ask me a question that you have about the syllabus and or the assignment, so that I can answer that question. So when you're looking at this template, right, it shows you examples of what should be contained in everything. Essentially, dear Sensei Albright, a line that recognizes our common humanity could be as simple as, wow, I didn't expect cloudy weather today. I'm in your English 358 class that meets online. This is the question that I have or I need help with. So I was wondering, what is your policy about bringing dogs to class? Well, I would say, well, favorite student, I don't think that you are going to have problems bringing dogs to class since we meet online. Um, you could say I've asked somebody else from the class, and I think that the answer is I can bring my dog to my living room where I have class. But I'm still not sure. This is the action I would like you to take. I would like you to email me and respond to my question. Thank you is always a good sign off, and then talk about who you are, right? Your favorite student. So that is as simple as it has to be. Um, it doesn't have to be any great any great writing to start out with. We're just starting out simple. Um, but it's a simple thing that you should practice constantly. And that is in all your future emails. If you've got a formal relationship with somebody rather than a personal, and this is bosses at work, this is people who you don't know, this is people with whom you have a working relationship, this is anybody that you're contacting about receiving a job, anybody like that, that is the kind of email you want to send them. And so I want you to get practice sending this kind of email because it's a very important way to practice how to email. I've gotten a lot of feedback from professors across campus saying that they appreciate that we in the English department teach their students how to write emails simply because it means they get more clear emails from students. So please don't send me any assignments that don't have an email body that looks like that template, right? They need to have that on every email that you send to me. Yeah? So, with that said, that concludes this week's lecture. I want you to email me any questions that you have. Remember to use this email template as your format when you're emailing me. And we will continue our conversation as we go along. Please do check Blackboard at least twice a week because there will be updates there. There are times when I'll be traveling over the summer and I'll be less available than I would like to be. So please watch out for announcements there and also check your email at least once a day. All right. That concludes this video. Have a good day and week.